Welcome to Julie's Odile Show, a show that motivates, inspires, and empowers you in your different levels. And today on the show, we're dealing with celebrity life. We're talking about a gentleman who's done dance hall in Teso, hit after hit. And we all know him for a special songs like Akile, Bless Me, and he has new hits, by the way. Otherwise, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make it a deal and subscribe to Julie's Odile Show.
Oh, baby.
Straight out yard liberty, we mash up the place and your blessing flow on me. Nafcee and Galvaji, rock it up, wind it up, yo. The way you and your body's really nice, it's like another day in paradise, yeah. It all can go slow, it all can go down, it all can go. I can go back in the day, yeah. 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 Motorcycle, ngadi takile, dauso tankwani dolo so file. Somebody show me the way. This girl is driving me say I am losing my mind and I am losing my way. Please somebody show me the way. This girl is driving me say
Now, I'm gonna start off with the one and only guy who sings while he's riding, who does a lot, and that is none other than Nafcee. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Julie. It's nice being here.
I love your jacket.
Thank you. It's just because of the weather. It's cold today.
I know the weather is just not okay, but yeah, here we are. So how has it been? How's life been?
Life has been good. So far, I can say it's good, and I'm grateful to the Almighty. He has brought us from far, and that is why I'm grateful.
We are here.
Yeah.
And we are as we start off with today's edition, I have a lot of questions for you, a lot of questions that I've listed.
It's okay.
But as we start up, you are a celebrity here in Teso, but to me, I see you keep a very low profile. A low profile. Let's start from that. What makes you do that?
Really, the fact is I don't consider myself a celebrity, and I really don't think I'm a celebrity. Well, if it happens I'm a celebrity, I'm still grateful, but to me I don't consider myself a celebrity. I think that's why maybe I always keep low, try to keep low. Yeah.
But what is your definition of a celebrity?
Celebrity is someone people really let me say, is someone people look up to, and then people admire, you know. People love the way he does things. So I think that's, to me, a celebrity. And of course I think a celebrity must really be having a lot of money, of which I don't have.
Talking about money, celebrities in Teso have different ways of living their lives. There are others who live big, there are others who live small. But to me, I would consider you a celebrity because of a number of songs that you have. Right now, one of the songs that hit me hard is the Akile song that any other person in Teso would attest to. The Akile song did well. Who wrote that song?
It's me, actually.
You wrote the song?
Yeah.
What inspired you?
Well, normally, as you said, I'm someone who loves singing when I'm riding home, when I'm going back to my village. That song came into my mind as I was riding also. So I think it's the way I come up with songs. When I'm riding, I do sing, and I sing very different music.
Yeah.
Some music, some part of it I've recorded, others have not. But I do love singing, and they just come into my head. I don't even sometimes plan that I want to sing this kind of song. I get the melody, I get the song in my head, and I start singing it. And when it becomes too much, I go to studio and I record it.
And you record it.
Yeah.
So that defines the reason as to why you keep riding while you're singing. Now, let's delve into your childhood life. How were you growing up as a little boy?
Well, my childhood wasn't that easy. I don't want to say it was an easy one, because it was not to me.
Yeah.
To me, it was not. I want to say my life was very difficult in a way that in the beginning I had a very serious sickness, which I don't know whether it was malaria or what.
Yeah.
And we can be talking or playing right now, but the next minute I'm unconscious and I'm not a person even.
That was during what age?
During my very childhood, like let me say from 1 year to I think 5 years. Yeah, it was not good for me. I had that illness, and most of my friends couldn't play with me because they know anytime I can be like a dead person. And you know, most of the friends, I didn't have very many childhood friends because of that. And I think that even made me have issues with my own siblings, like my elder brothers and sisters. Like they didn't love that particular thing about me, that when they leave me with them, I can go unconscious, they panic, they start crying, so they really hated me. That's what I know. They hated me, and I think even that thing made my own father hate me, that particular thing.
The sickness.
Yeah.
So, being a young boy who is isolated growing up, you must have gone through depression at one point or time. Was your mother there? Were all your parents there, or it was only your father?
They were all there, and the only person who gave me a lot of support was my mother, and then my grandfather, my grandmother actually, and may her soul rest in peace. She passed on just last month. And I really pray that God puts her soul in a better place. But then my mother has been there for me. Yeah, she consoled me. Most of the time I used to cry because of those other things. I used to cry a lot, and you know, crying a lot also made my father still to hate me, because anything I would go on crying. That is the whole story.
Wow, that is a very painful story there, a very heartbreaking story. A young boy growing up and being rejected makes me emotional also somehow. Now let's look at how you started education with all that trauma, being rejected and all that. How did you manage to reach the level of education that you reached?
Well, with education, I won't say I only studied in 2 schools. That is Opuyo Primary School and then Soroti SS. Like I think it was not in my parents or my father, because it was really my father who had the money to take me to maybe better schools. But then I stayed in that primary school from P1 up to P7.
Yeah.
While my other brothers and sisters studied in like Jamela, Halshon, good schools.
Expensive schools.
Yeah. While for me, I was only in one school. That's Opuyo Primary School from P1 up to P7. Then from Opuyo, I went to Soroti SS from senior 1 up to senior 6.
Okay.
And it's again, I don't know whether it was a coincidence or what, that I sat my senior 6 the same year. My elder brother, the one I follow, he also sat the same year with me in senior 6.
You sat the same, but who was the first? He was
the first. Yeah, actually, sat is PLOE, is whatever in Jamela, what is senior 4 in Alshon while I was still in primary. But then things turned the other side around, that we sat the same year. When it came to senior 6, we sat the same year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from there you stopped at senior 6? From
senior 6, or because we all passed, yeah. But I want to say my brother passed slightly better than me.
You, yeah.
And because of maybe the schools he was in. But then when it came to going for bachelor's, Muzei said he could not handle the 2 of us all together at the same time. So they considered the other brother of mine first, and then for me I stayed at home.
So you didn't do any course?
No.
Okay.